right, it's not daylight savings time, but I am here with my darling friend celebrating basically the
I feel privileged that you come in at, this is early for you.
It is very early.
That you come in at noon so we could do this. So this is I'm grateful.
Well, you know how much I love you and how much do we love Andrew Lessman. He makes our lives better, and in honor, of course, of his anniversary month where you do the best things ever.
21 years.
That's incredible.
So I'm taking this as an opportunity where I'm telling everyone this is my birthday. So this is our 21st birthday here. So
it's good to be 21 again.
I was born when I came here 21 years ago.
Go.
Reborn.
Well, even in utero, he was making the world's finest vitamins. And so in honor of that, we have two fantastic today's specials. So kind of give you a little overview and then we'll spend some time talking about them in depth, of course. I have to say, overwhelmingly, we wait to see what Andrew does. And his two choices today are something that every single one of us should be doing. So we'll start real quickly. Remember, we have the Friendly Flora, and you can't watch a news magazine or pick up, or watch a talk show. Everybody's talking about Friendly Flora. This is the finest Friendly Flora in the world. It's actually 5 times the potency of your original formulation.
That's why we have 5X on the screen. We'll be changing the graphics a little bit soon, but we have 5X on the screen there because our originally Friendly Flora was 5 billion, which at the time I introduced it was incredibly high, but many of you were taking multiple capsules, and in order to make it much more affordable, we increased the potency to 25 billion colony forming units per capsule. And what we'll talk about during this hour is, I think the folks who talk about Friendly Flora and they talk about probiotics, and this is our probiotic formula. When they talk about it, they kind of do a disservice to it. It makes us think that it's sort of like a vitamin or something. It's a nutrient. It's maybe like a resveratrol. It's a protective compound, but it's nothing of the kind. And when you think about our Friendly Flora and think about probiotics, these are organisms, microorganisms, but healthy, beneficial microorganisms that have been with us since the beginning of time. And as a result, we have adapted, they have adapted to us. We require them. Our digestion, our immune system requires them to serve us. If we don't have them, it will not function well at all. So these are organisms, and in fact, if we think about the trillions and trillions and trillions of cells in our body, most people think, okay, if there's trillions of cells in our body, then there's millions or billions of these microorganisms in our body. No, there are multiple times more of those microorganisms than we have cells. Just in our gut alone, there's more than 100 trillion of these organisms in our body that we depend on, and that's in a healthy body. Unfortunately, and we'll talk about this in a moment, but first let's just first talk about this second Today Special as well. Both of them are going out of here quicker than we would have anticipated, because we figure when we do 2, they become sort of half as popular each. That hasn't been the case. So we also have our resveratrol Today Special, but this year we did it differently. We added, we did it at a price for resveratrol at $99.90 for 360 capsules and so on down as you go into smaller sizes. But you also get, in each capsule, you get a full supply of EGCG from green tea, a full supply of ellagic acid and punicalagins from pomegranate, and you also get a full supply of polyphenols from grapeseed extract, which we just heard about all those ingredients in the topical products earlier.
Right.
These are delivering them in your body where your body can actually utilize them. When you put them on the outside of your body can't take them in and utilize them, so their effects are only on the surface of your body.
Absolutely. So to that end, by the way, it's like 4 products in one, I mean, which is also incredible. Ironically enough, I was actually out of my pomegranate, so this is timely.
Good timing.
Good timing.
Again, it just save money by not having to buy these separate products.
You do, and just as a kind of an aside, most of us are getting the larger sizes, which is why, the prevailing opportunities are outselling what we originally anticipated. So just the resveratrol alone would be a $160 value, and you can see for yourself, for goodness sake, the grapeseed pays for itself, the green tea pays for itself, the pomegranate pays for itself.
And no shipping and handling.
No.
So during the visit, every product, so it's always a good time to reorder, especially during our October visit. It's anniversary pricing. It's a 100+ day money-back guarantee and free shipping and handling on everything. So it's a great opportunity now. You can see all our products at hsn.com. But why don't we start with the Ultimate Friendly Flora, and we'll talk about that for a few moments. Then we'll talk about resveratrol. Then we have a number of other things, our special cholesterol-lowering oatmeal. We have a couple of tea products that are virtually perfectly reviewed, and we'll talk about those. But first, Ultimate Friendly Flora. an ingredient that many of us think that, we know that, say, vitamin D or vitamin B12, these are not optional nutrients for our body. Our body can't make them. If we're not getting them from our food, which the research says we're not, we need to supplement them. That's why our doctors test for levels of them. And many doctors now test for levels and the composition of our friendly flora, our probiotics in our body, these friendly organisms. We all know about unfriendly organisms. We all know about the bacteria that can cause infections and things like that, pathogens. But we all tend to forget that related to those unfriendly organisms are friendly organisms. And it sort of makes sense when you think about the design of the human body. It sort of makes sense that we would develop this friendly relationship with these friendly organisms to help us in terms of dealing with those unfriendly organisms, and to also help us in terms of digestion. And that's exactly what we do, what they do. If you look at our body depends on them. We can't survive without these organisms or survive well. They are, in fact, and many women don't understand exactly why, but better than men, women understand the critical nature that these organisms play in their bodies, because most women will have experienced at some time in their life, or maybe even frequently, if they take an antibiotic. When they take an antibiotic, they might subsequently or likely subsequently have a problem, and that problem might be, say, a yeast infection. And that subsequent infection, that subsequent issue, was a result of the antibiotic. You take it for certain reasons. That antibiotic, though, will wipe out friendly flora. And our population of friendly flora is inextricably linked to the health and function of not just our digestive system, but also our reproductive system, also our respiratory system. So we need those friendly flora. So it's always a delicate balance. Yes, antibiotics are necessary if we have some kind of bacterial infection, but at the same time, when we go after that unfriendly bacteria with that antibiotic, we're also making casualties of our friendly flora. We also affect our friendly flora when we take medications for our digestive system. When you take antacids or those proton pump inhibitors, whether it's things like whatever, Pepcid or Prilosec or what are they, Nexium, things like that. Very effective medications, but they change the pH in your gut. When they change the pH in your gut, they change the environment for our friendly flora, and in so doing, change their population, change their concentration, and affect the health of our digestive system.
Absolutely, and not just that. I mean, certainly we're headed into the season where our immune systems can use all the help that they can get, let's be honest. And especially if you are someone who is either taking antibiotics or you're under stress. These are things that we need in our daily lives. So this is really a product for life. Remember, all we ask you to do is to pick your size of choice, and overwhelmingly, most of us are doing the large size. I'll show you that savings again in just a few moments, but you're looking at basically $10, $20, $40, and $100 savings respectively. Most of us are doing this 270 count size, but here's where it gets really overwhelming. Now remember, this is Andrew's original formulation versus what you're getting today, the ultimate friendly flora. So if we were to take that into perspective, if you were buying or trying to get the potency or the 5 times the level per capsule that you're getting with this one-day only opportunity, you'd actually be looking at $374 and change, whereas today that makes that getting close to a $300 price savings, which is ridiculous. And then, of course, that flex pay, as Andrew indicated as well, remember there is our unconditional money-back guarantee until the end of January. As with all of Andrew's products, virtually all perfect reviews. It's something that we should all be taking, whether it's this time of year where we know our immune systems do get a little more compromised and certainly can use all the help that they can. But the truth of the matter is, when we talk about friendly flora in the system, a healthy gut is a happy gut, is a healthy mind, is a better life. I mean, when everything is running smoothly, life is just better. And
they talk about something now, and you could, if you even go online and do research on the gut-brain axis, AXIS, that there's a relationship between the way our brain works, the way our emotional balance, and our friendly flora. Many people will think, oh, it's just a very basic relationship. If our stomach's upset, that could cause anxiety or something like that. If we don't feel well, we get a little depressed. No, it's not that kind of an emotional relationship. It actually relates to the physiologic biochemical relationship between these organisms and our nervous system. So it's a fascinating, I was going to say a new line of research, but I've been reading about it for probably about 7 or 8 years. And what's fascinating, like so many of my ingredients, this was something we came out with a little bit late. The reason why, because I'm not offering my products in a store in a refrigerated case, I had to figure out how to get these to you without refrigeration. And also make a product that, practically speaking, most of us aren't going to be able to refrigerate them if we take them to work with us, or we want to leave it on our counter. We want something that's going to be easy to use. So as long as this product's been out, which is probably a bit over 10 years, it probably took almost as long for us to figure out how to do it, because when we first explored all the available options, there weren't options for non-refrigerated strains of these most important friendly flora. So that was a true labor, because I wasn't going to make a product that I knew ultimately was going to lose potency before it would benefit you. So we've been working on this for a long time. It's a product, if you read the reviews, and again, the reviews are the ultimate testament. You could all, of course I'm biased here, but I'd like to think that I am objective, because the only goal I have is to make the best product in the world. If you look at those reviews there, you see a product that out of 1,400 reviews, almost 1,200 are perfect 5 stars.
Incredible.
Add another over 100 are 4 stars, so you're really at about, what does that end up being? Wow, that ends up being 1,300 pretty much out of 1,400 are 4- and 5-star reviews. And this is one of those products that you know quickly if it works or if it doesn't work. And if you read the reviews, the passion and sort of emotional content of the reviews are evident. And I think it's not, yes, we make a very special product, but it's only special because we actually follow the research and the science. The research and the science in this area is quite clear. The most important strains, the most important members of the families of probiotics that are the first line of defense. And yes, I could probably make 20 different probiotic products and start including other small, minimal, minor strains. But when you're talking about the most important strains that affect the way our digestive system and our immune system functions, this is what the research is going to tell you. Obviously, Lactobacillus acidophilus, we've all heard of that. Many of us probably have heard of Lactobacillus plantarum or Lactobacillus salivarius. And then, very important, Bifidobacterium lactis. And what we've done with the last one there, we give you 2 different strains. So these are sort of different species of these organisms. And again, these organisms, they outnumber us. If we have about 3 trillion or so cells in our body, just in our gut, not including our reproductive system, not including our respiratory system, there's over 100 trillion. So just in our gut, there's 30, 40 times more of these organisms than we have cells. So I think it would be naive of any of us to contemplate that they don't have a tremendous influence on who we are. And since they've been around since the beginning of time, we've adapted to one another. We need them. They're important for our healthy survival, for the basic normal functioning of our digestive system, the basic normal functioning of our immune system. They play a role. We now know that they play a role. And the unfortunate thing about that is our world, before I said they've been around since the beginning of time, but it's funny, in the last, 100, 150 years, maybe even less than that, our world has changed dramatically. How we get our food has changed dramatically. We're no longer out in a field or out hunting and gathering. So our food comes to us sanitized, pasteurized, homogenized. It's just been transformed, exposed to pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, all sorts of chemicals, UV radiation, ozone, all sorts of things that disinfect our food. So we're not exposed to bacterial pathogens. We're not exposed to things that could cause illness. But again, one of the casualties of that, all the friendly flora we rely on. And we talk about the changes in our immune system and our immune system function, especially in children, our response to allergens, especially in children. And many experts, many doctors think it's directly linked to this transformational relationship we've had in the last several decades to the friendly flora that we depend on. and the friendly flora, as I've said before, that literally outnumber us or should outnumber us in terms of the cells in our body.
Absolutely, and yet it's so gentle and so effective. Take time to read some of those reviews. In fact, it's interesting, one of the ones that Andrew read last night, a woman was kind of paraphrasing, calling it her best friend, because she's saying, I didn't realize or I didn't think it was doing anything for me until I ran out. And so often that is the case with Andrew's vitamins because they're so seamless, they're so gentle. It's not until you run out of this product that you really realize what a profound impact it has on your life.
And one of the privileges here is, first of all, that I love being able to be up here and not have to sell the product per se, but talk about the benefits of these ingredients. Because the most important thing, and I went over earlier, the strains that are most important. The most important thing is we recognize the importance of these ingredients. Many folks might choose to get it from food, but they struggle with yogurt. What I've found, because some yogurts don't necessarily agree with me, sheep yogurt. And now sheep yogurt, I've talked about it for years, now it's available at most stores, so easier to digest. Unlike a product like this, most yogurts will not declare the composition, the content specifically of their product, nor do they have to guarantee that it maintains its potency. We have to test our product to make sure that it's stable, retains its potency, and delivers its benefits. But the most important takeaway is to try and find a product like this, even if you don't get mine. And again, mine is in a small capsule, won't upset your stomach. A lot of them are in tablets. I would avoid tablets. The reason why, these are living things. You don't want to slam them into a tablet, and you don't want to imprison them in that tablet. You want them to be liberated in your body. And if you look at this tiny little capsule, it's tiny, and you really get a sense of how far, the lengths we go to make sure that something's absorbable, because it's literally like dust. If I lean over and just blow a little bit, I mean, that's how, that's how those are the things we do to make sure that it's soluble, available, because remember, when you put something in your digestive system, unless it goes into solution, unless it's liberated from that dense tablet or rock, it's not going to be available to deliver its benefits. So we don't create an obstacle between these wonderful living things and your benefits. That's why we deliver. It's more expensive to do it this way, but that's why we deliver it in this form.
For sure, and that's why most of us, because this is something we wait for Andrew to do, are doing that large one. So just to put it in perspective, remember, I think it's great because even on the introductory or try me size, you get huge savings, upwards of $100. Most of us are doing that 270 count size. But to put the value in a real perspective, this is what you would be spending if you were buying the original formulation. So you're actually, instead of spending $374, almost $375, you're actually saving, getting closer to that $300 value. And quite frankly, no matter what walk of life or your age or your circumstance, I mean, I have taken some of those, inhibitors, for my digestive system, and we all need this, basically.
No, if we look at, I look at the aisle in the supermarket relating to the different kinds of medications for over-the-counter medications, not including the prescription drugs, for our digestive discomfort, whether it might be acid stomach or constipation, not being regular, things like that, that certainly, unlike the other folks who offer these products and make this sound like a drug, what these ingredients are, and if we talk in terms of digestive health, they are just an inextricable part of digestive health. When we think of our digestion, obviously we need enzymes to digest food. That's part of our digestive system. Obviously we need acid in our stomach to actually activate those enzymes and perform the proteolytic digestion that they perform. So these are all things that kind of go without saying in terms of how our digestive system functions. And that work is complicated. We eat all these peculiar things, and our body extracts what it needs from those foods and then gets rid of them before those foods kind of putrefy in our body and become toxic. So it's an incredible chemical work that's going on inside our body at all times, but we forget. There are these little organisms there that, as I said before, are inseparable, inextricable. If we go to our ancestors ages and ages and ages ago, as far back as time goes, our ancestors relied on these organisms to be a part of their digestive work and a part of their immune system barrier, the barrier function of their immune system. And they are also, because they've been present with us since the beginning of time, they're also part of the relationship that our body, our digestive system, has even with our nervous system, our neurologic system. So it's hard to overestimate the importance of these. And what excites me about doing this in October, this is one of my products that some people say they feel it immediately. Others have said, you know, it takes a month or two. So it's really a perfect product for us to offer in October. Well, for a lot of reasons. We tend to, starting around now, we throw caution to the wind when it comes to what we might eat. We tend to have a little bit more, we go a little bit further afield this time of year than other times of year in terms of our diet. Also, we have more immune system challenges this time of year, so it's a great time to put this product through its paces. But even better, this time of year, because of holiday gift giving, and these products are not necessarily, although they're great gifts, not necessarily purchased for that purpose, but because of holiday gift giving, we have a money-back guarantee until January 31st. So you get to experience this product in October and November and December and throughout all of January. So you get to really get a sense of what this product can do during the toughest time of year for our digestive system and for our immune system and for our basically every system in our body.
Absolutely. And you know what? I do give Andrew's vitamins as gifts, and people so look forward to it. They really do, because I mean, it really says something that you care about, you know, their good health. And you know, you should do this. That's just it. If we talk about a one-size-fits-all gift, this is something that we all need to be incorporating into our lifestyle. We just do, to lead a better life. This is a product that you take every day to lead a better life, because you know very well when your gut and when everything's in balance, that's just a better day. And especially during the holidays, I do notice that this helps me, especially I think for my immune system, because let's be fair, the hours and the schedule and the lack of sleep and the stress, it all adds up.
I think all of us this time of year, as fun as it is, and the holidays are fun and festive and wonderful, but we tend to sleep less.
True.
We all have our, well, not all of us, but some of us have Fitbit. So it's sort of frightening sometimes when you look at the feedback, because I tend to look at more my exercise numbers, but then you look at your numbers on sleep, you really get a sense how seasonally things change for us. And this is a time of year also throughout the country. Here at HSN, we're in St. Petersburg, so the weather stays nice here pretty much year-round, but throughout the rest of the country, this is the time of year we spend more time indoors. We tend to share more of the things that might challenge our immune system. So it's important to do everything we can to support our immune system. And as I said before, it's nice to be able to try a product. You can't do this at your supermarket or discount store. And see if you fall in love with it or not. And if you don't, you get to send it back to me. And frankly, you're not going to be doing that. If you read the reviews on this product, and as I was saying before, it's my product, so I set out to make the best product of its kind in the world. So of course, I'm proud of it, and I can speak about how we balance it and formulate it. It chose the organisms to make sure that not only are they stable in the bottle, but they're stable when they enter your body, because the purpose of those organisms isn't to deliver like a nutrient to you that does its thing and then your body gets rid of it. The purpose of these organisms, it's like being a farmer and sowing a field, putting the seeds out in the field, selecting the seeds that are right for the soil and right for the climate and right for the environment, so you end up with this wonderful harvest. The goal of this product is to really plant the seeds for a healthy balance of friendly flora. And in the case of a product like this, for most of us, it's to overcome all the things that we experience, because unfortunately we're getting our foods in a supermarket where they have to make sure those foods are disinfected. So that means not only the bad things gone, but the good things are gone too. The friendly flora that we need are gone too. That we're taking those medications, whether it's going to be antacids or proton pump inhibitors or antibiotics or different things that affect the environment. These chemicals affect the environment that affect these friendly flora. So unfortunately, our modern world is a world that does not favor these friends. And as I said in my blog, these are our closest, dearest friends. They live with us through our entire lifetime. What we've often found, I'm sure you have too, the closer someone is your friend, the more sensitive they become. These folks are very sensitive, these folks living in our body, these little microorganisms. So the things we do affect these sensitive organisms in an adverse way. So it becomes very important to us, unless we could somehow do the things that used to happen centuries ago, where we're eating foods coming out of the fields that we're growing ourselves, which is a wonderful thing, having your own garden during the time of year when you can do that. that really aids us in giving our body the ability to populate itself. But unfortunately, very few of us live that way. We're taking medicines, stressful lives. You might drink alcohol, cigarettes, whatever it might be that challenge that friendly flora. So the only options we have is to repopulate, whether it's trying to find a great yogurt product with a declaration of content or a great supplement. Doesn't have to be mine. We go about making this, as I said, as best we can. And it's a product that we studied for almost a decade before we created it. And it's a product that delivers its benefits and a 100+ day money-back guarantee.
Absolutely. And remember, there is no other friendly flora product like it in the world. There are no other vitamins like what Andrew does. And I know he's such a fond of information. I mean, he's such a great educator. We always learn so much. But he never really rests on his laurels. I mean, just once more, to put the value in perspective, we loved the original formulation. It was fantastic.
That was about a little more than a decade ago.
But this is what you would be spending if you were buying the original formulation versus the potency.
Still available today. Still available today.
Sure. Yeah. But you found that a lot of people like me were taking,
taking more than one capsule.
Yeah.
So what we were able to do is add 5 times the potency, and it only was a little bit more expensive. So that's where you see the tremendous savings today.
That's incredible. And that's why of that 24,000 little clicker that you see going, over 17,000 of the large sizes. And that's what most of us are doing. Especially, that's why I say it's a one-size-fits-all gift, and put yourself first on that list. This is something we all and should be taking. And it's so pleasant. It's so seamless. And it's just, it has such a profound impact on your body. If you're trying somebody else's Flora product right now, I hope you take a moment. I know you're learning something, but definitely today is the day to try it. And most notably, a lot of us wait for these today's specials because you do the biggest savings not only during your anniversary, but when you do your finest value of the day.
We do about a dozen Today Specials a year, and oftentimes I'm asked, are we just clearing out inventory or things? And never the case. In fact, this product, this concept for Today's Special, the 2 products I chose, they didn't exist until a few weeks ago. That I was going to do a resveratrol Today Special, and then I decided to bonus those other ingredients in it. Even our Ultimate Friendly Flora, this is something that we take this opportunity with the Today Special, and the counter on the screen gives you a sense of how many capsules we have to make and how much material we require. That's the savings that you get to experience in a Today Special, because we make all the products. I'm not a spokesperson. I'm someone who started the company, I hate to say the number, 38 years ago. So I started my company 38 years ago, and I was making all the products myself. These 2 hands were making everything. Now I'm not making all the products, but we still, as a company, make everything for you. It's all made right here in the United States. It's all made in Henderson, Nevada, actually, where everything is made using solar energy, solar power. Solar energy. So we have 0 carbon footprint. And whether you believe in climate change or not, it's really not a belief system. My background is science. The science is there. But without even getting into that whole political discussion, which that's not what it should be, that mere fact that when we make our products, we don't pollute. And that's should be positive for everyone. And so we are responsible in how we produce our products. And this is a product that when it comes to the world and how the world has changed, and unfortunately the industrialization of our world has meant the industrialization of our food supply, and in so doing, that sanitized our food supply such that we no longer get an opportunity to acquire these friendly organisms that are part of a healthy digestive system and part of a healthy immune system. But I was going to read some charts. I haven't read any charts. I encourage you to read the reviews. They are virtually perfect reviews. We don't take out the negative reviews. I think if you just took 3, 4, and 5-star reviews, there probably are only there's only a few dozen 1- and 2-star reviews out of 1,436 reviews.
Amazing.
Just there's 1,300 reviews that are 4- and 5-star reviews. So I hope that underscores how unique this product is. I don't think if you went online all over the world, I don't think you're going to find a probiotic product with as many reviews as this, let alone close to as positively reviewed as this. So I think it's quite a profound statement of how unique this product is. That's not coming from me, it's coming from more than 1,000 voices out there. But if we just look at the charts, and these kind of go over the general considerations about this product that I mentioned earlier, it provides an exceptional 25+ billion colony-forming units per capsule. Each capsule contains 5 specially selected and balanced varieties of active, beneficial, friendly flora. As I said before, here, You could see the 5 different strains: Lactobacillus acidophilus, Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus salivarius, and Bifidobacterium lactis, 2 different strains. And that is all based upon the science and the research, not me going kind of eeny, meeny, miny, moe. That is based upon the serious science. Each variety is carefully chosen for its stability in the body, in the bottle, and in the body, and the ability to deliver its digestive, immune supportive, and other health benefits. Because remember, what this product is doing, unlike a vitamin or other supplements we talk about, resveratrol, that delivers molecules that have properties that are, say, protective properties, beneficial properties, this is different. This product is like in any probiotic product. What you're trying to do is literally like planting seeds, like being a very good farmer, where you're delivering the most important crops for your best interest, for your best health. So you want to deliver the best strains that grow in the future, populate, or, as in most of our cases, repopulate our body with the friendly flora we need for healthy digestion and a healthy immune system. But as we continue here, beneficial friendly microflora are required for a healthy digestion and are naturally present in a healthy digestive system. They are also a normal, natural part of our immune, urinary, genital, respiratory, nervous, and cardiovascular systems. Our diet and lifestyle conspire to disrupt the balance of our essential friendly flora. They're required for optimum absorption of vitamins and minerals, required for the normal healthy function of the GI tract, particularly vital to the small intestine and colon, promotes internal balance and the health of the kidneys, the bladder, urinary tract, as well as the reproductive system. Work wonderfully with my cranberry product for our urinary tract. A healthy balance of microflora is essential to the healthy, comfortable function of a woman's urinary tract and reproductive system. Women know this firsthand. They experience it if they take an antibiotic. A comprehensive, healthy balance of beneficial, friendly flora creates an unfriendly, a hostile environment for undesirable bacteria. And that's unfortunately what happens with our food. We wipe out the unfriendly, the pathogenic bacteria, and we wipe out all the good stuff too. Our modern diet, lifestyle, and medications are associated with reduced beneficial microflora levels. That's not even a question. Higher and more diverse levels of beneficial microflora are associated with improved metabolic, digestive, immune, and overall health. A healthier balance of our probiotics in our body has also been associated with greater ease at managing our body weight, greater ease at managing our metabolism. Probiotic supplementation is the simplest way to restore desired microflora activity to promote desired health benefits. Beneficial microflora are an integral part of immune system function and as a result can impact allergic response as well. Research has revealed that our overall balance of friendly flora can affect our psychological health, emotional balance, and mental function. Again, these are an inextricable part of who we are.
Yeah.
Friendly flora have been consumed for thousands of years for their beneficial properties, absolutely essential for the healthy development and normal function of the human immune and digestive systems, a vital part of the barrier function of the intestinal mucosa, helping to prevent the infiltration of harmful microorganisms and the entry of allergens. And unfortunately, probiotics, our levels of friendly flora are adversely affected by stress, aging, smoking, unhealthy diet, common digestive health issues. Even a healthy diet doesn't deliver the friendly flora any longer. Medications, including antacids and antibiotics. So it's a challenge for all of us. Our world has changed, and one of the casualties in those changes has been the balance of these friendly organisms that we rely on.
Absolutely. I don't know about you, but most of us could check yes, yes, and yes on most of that list. So remember, we have 2 amazing today's specials today. So just as a refresher for you, we'll talk about resveratrol in just a few moments, which is really 4 powerhouse products in one, but choose your 30, your 60, your 120, or your 270. Overwhelmingly, most of us are doing that 270 because, quite candidly, anyone watching this show, any age, any circumstance, we all should be taking this. But yes, that's a $100 savings, which is unbelievable when you think about it. But here's where the savings really becomes staggering. If we compare this to Andrew's introductory, and again, you can still buy the original Friendly Flora, but because Andrew found that most of us, like me, because I've got some of those digestive digestive issues that were on that chart. I was taking more than one. If we compare it with the original formulation, this, as an example, is what you'd be spending for that 270 count. So you're actually saving close to $400, and honestly, that's almost a $275 differential. Of course, that extended holiday return policy, money-back guarantee until the end of January, it's definitely a feel-the-difference product, and I hope you try it. I know you've learned something, but remember, we all need to be taking this. Such profound benefits on every level throughout the system. You just lead a better life, and the reality is there's no better Friendly Flora product out there. Seamless, efficient, no additives, and of course at savings that are staggering that we just won't see again.
In the second hour, I'll read some reviews because the reviews are incredible.
They really are.
Many people complain with probiotics that they experience bloating and things like that. You'll never experience that, and we just have hundreds of reviews. I know that I say that you could just read them at hsn.com, but it's easier, I guess, for many people if I just read them here. So I have probably at least a few hundred charts of reviews that I'll read some of the reviews in the second hour.
Absolutely. Yep. So remember, 2 terrific today's specials to choose from. I know most of you of that 25,000 clicker are choosing the large count. In fact, we're getting closer to, I think, to that 18 or 19,000 mark. But remember, and don't forget, we also have resveratrol. Now, interestingly enough, I am one of these people like you. I mean, not only do I wait to see what Andrew does for today's special, but right now I am actually buying green tea separately and his pomegranate separately. I'm not even kidding. These were both on my list. So basically, it is a powerhouse, not only of antioxidants, but of the most powerful anti-agers. And I know Andrew's going to give you all the details, but all we ask you to do, and remember, it's like the green tea pays for it, the grapeseed, and the pomegranate. So you're getting, basically a quadruple threat if you want to think about that. So 30, 60, 180, or 360, look at those savings. My goodness, when you get up to almost $250 savings, but here's, what I think a lot of us, makes it a little bit easier for a lot of us to wrap our brain around. Not only the world's finest vitamins, the world's finest resveratrol, but if we were just talking about the resveratrol, if you were just doing the resveratrol today, which, again, I think you've only done this configuration like one other time, and actually it might have been at one of the remotes, I think. I'm trying to remember.
So. Well, we've done this configuration, and this is a configuration that is, in terms of our Today Special, the typical Today Special for resveratrol has been resveratrol with, say, EGCG.
Yes.
Because in my mind, those are the 2 most important anti-aging botanicals. As much as resveratrol gets all the headlines, green tea EGCG gets even more science. And they both have thousands of studies published, articles published on them, but green tea EGCG has even more. But because we don't put additives in our capsules, we have more space without getting into a large capsule. So the capsule is still very small, but you get your full 100 milligrams of resveratrol. You get your full 100 milligrams of green tea extract, which has 98 milligrams of polyphenols, 50 milligrams of which are separately identified as EGCG, which that's an expensive extract. Then you also get our special 40/40 extract of pomegranate. Then you also get our 95% polyphenol extract of grapeseed. So all of these are very serious extracts for ingredients that all have extensive scientific and clinical study. So what you just get is you get great Today Special pricing on resveratrol and a bonus of these 3 other ingredients as well.
Absolutely, which, like I said, I was out of, I was getting low on my resveratrol too. So you're getting all of them, and powerful antioxidants, powerful anti-agers. The resveratrol alone on the largest size as a comparison would be $160. Grapeseed almost $100, $50 on the green tea, $50 on that pomegranate. And I think for a lot of us out there, Andrew, you're right. Resveratrol gets a lot of press because you hear about it in a lot of beauty items too.
Well, it was just in the hour.
I was just going to say,
in the hour before there was resveratrol, and of course, with a beauty product, with all due respect to any beauty products out there, including the one that was in the prior hour, you don't have to declare the content. I have to declare how much resveratrol is in each and every capsule. And given the nature of the resveratrol molecule, or other botanical molecules for that matter, they can't penetrate the skin into your body to deliver the benefits. So if there's any benefit from them topically, they're all superficial benefits. So again, not to say that it has no purpose in a topical product, But the real anti-aging benefits that I'll read some scientific charts, and what I did is there's so many articles on resveratrol, I just chose quotes from literally 30 different journals or 40 different journals. I could take quotes from one article, it's one after another that talks about in different animals and organisms that it increases lifespan, and it looks at the telomeres in cells, which are the parts of our genetic material that has been postulated as being potentially the most critical part in terms of looking at lifespan and longevity, and how resveratrol positively affects them and preserves those telomeres. So the research is abundant on resveratrol. And resveratrol at one time, when I first introduced it, I think it was roughly double the price that it is today. Not the Today Special price, mind you, double the price, its regular price of $159. I think its normal price was well over $200. But resveratrol, like our CoQ10, we've been able to reduce our cost, reduce the price, and it's today's specials like this that enabled us to do that. Also, resveratrol, when I first introduced it over 20 years ago, wasn't at the concentration we have today, because the most you could get in, say, a capsule back then was about 5 milligrams. Today we have 100 milligrams. And we also have, in addition to that, we have the green tea and the pomegranate and the grapeseed extract. So I guess I've been doing this so long, and in a way we've also driven the change that's occurred, because the science and research compelled a higher dosage than 5 milligrams of resveratrol, but it wasn't available until about a decade ago. And that's when we introduced our high-potency resveratrol product. And today, as a Today Special, you get the Today Special pricing on resveratrol, and you get the bonus of those other ingredients. And I'll go through some of the scientific charts in a moment on resveratrol. But as I do so, understand, when it comes to anti-aging ingredients, the green tea EGCG, it's why all I do all day long, anyone who knows me knows I'm carrying a plastic cup of green tea with me all day long. In the afternoon, I end up switching over to mint and chamomile tea, but it's what I do because if you follow the research on the consumption of green tea and the EGCG in green tea, the epigallocatechin gallate in green tea, it makes resveratrol look like it's playing second fiddle, as strong as the research is on resveratrol. So you get both. That's why when I did a resveratrol Today Special, I think about a decade ago, and it wasn't a better value than today at all, but that Today Special over a decade ago was resveratrol and EGCG from green tea. And today, of course, we had the pomegranate, also a remarkable food with protective compounds, and also the grapeseed extract. So if you're looking for the ultimate botanical anti-aging ingredients, and the way your body uses these ingredients is when you introduce them internally, then this is it.
Well, a decade ago, and certainly I can't quote the exact figure, but I would guess it was probably about $99. I mean, it was probably similar pricing, even without the higher potency and
without the other ingredients. Yes.
I mean, and remember, we're also doing that with that extended holiday return policy as well. And it's interesting because you should pick up that green tea habit. I do that now as well, and no one loves red wine more than I, but even when it comes, among other things, but when it comes to red wine or the green tea, even when we're doing the good things, I'm certainly not, chewing on grape seeds as a little afternoon snack. These are things that we're just not getting into our diet, and most certainly not at these levels. I mean, I think I heard you say that red wine, it's hundreds, but white wine, it's like thousands.
It'd be thousands, because again, if you're drinking wine as a health benefit, as I always say, if you don't drink, don't start. But if you drink red wine, but drink it moderately. Moderately means for a woman, a glass a day at most. For men, they say up to 2 glasses a day. But moderation is really the key. And red wine does contain a long list of protective compounds. At the top of that list would be resveratrol. And I have a great chart that gives you a sense of, standardized extracts. Yes, they do come from those natural foods, but standardized extracts in another way almost has nothing to do with them. Because when you make a standardized extract, you remove all the calories, you remove all the fiber, you remove the things that don't specifically benefit the protective function, whatever it might be, the antioxidant function, whatever you're looking at. So when we look at a grapeseed, to end up with a grapeseed extract that's 95% polyphenols, those are the protective compounds, the OPCs, the oligomeric proanthocyanidins in grapeseed extract. But to think that our grapeseed extract, there's only 5% of that extract that isn't the beneficial compounds you seek. With our pomegranate, there's only 20% because it's 40% punicalagins and 40% ellagic acid. With our green tea extract, it's 98% polyphenols, and 50% of which are EGCG. And our resveratrol, it's 100 milligrams of resveratrol, and what we use, it's a 200 milligram material, so it's 50% resveratrol. So to create these extremely concentrated natural sources of the beneficial compounds you seek are very expensive ingredients. And to think you get all of them at this price, literally pennies a day, and a year's supply in the large size, it's an opportunity to make a profound difference.
Absolutely, and so easy and so affordable when you think about it. I mean, basically, it's like a buy one, get three free, you know, for all intents and purposes, if you buy the other products individually. No kidding, I was getting low on my resveratrol, my pomegranate, and of course, my green tea with the EGCG. So, of course, just as with our Friendly Flora today's special, most of us are doing that 360 count size. Huge savings, to be sure. Remember, any one of the products really does pay for itself. And the real beauty here is this is all about leading a better life. I think for most of us out there, that's one of the reasons that I'm so grateful that I got to know and start working with Andrew, because I can tell you now, as I'm kind of sailing through my 50s, I honestly know that I look better, I feel better, I'm doing a better life. And you know what? While certainly genetics and diet help, you know, God helps those who help themselves. And these are powerful products that help us live our best life ever.
Yeah, our genetics, they are what they are.
Right.
We could always blame our parents or blame our ancestors.
Why not?
But it doesn't help us. They are what they are. So, but we can. And the one thing that's wonderful about the internet, and there's all sorts of negative things I could say about the internet, but one of the great things about the internet is our access to information. It might require that we intelligently filter that information, because sometimes, you know, one clear research study or scientific study is nothing like an article in some random website. So we really want to be able to critically read things to make sure that what we're reading is reliable. But what it does give us, it gives us insight into the things we can do. And so much of the way we live, it's so challenging that we find ourselves, they just publish numbers that, as bad as our numbers for overweight and obesity were in our society a few years ago, they've even gotten worse. And at that time, they said, no, it can't continue to get worse, but it has. And it's even gotten worse for young people. So as long as we're living in these bodies where over 40% of us are obese and well over 70% of us are overweight or obese, we need to find other things we do. If we can't change that, and I wish we could, but if we can't change that, we at least need to deliver tools to our body to sort of detoxify or diminish the consequences of what's a given. Our genetics are a given, and anyone's genetics do not thrive in an overweight or an obese world, or a world where we don't exercise, or a world where we're eating the wrong foods or things like that. So it's really up to us to then try to find if there's any, what do they call it, like low-hanging fruit, if there's any little easy things we can do. Swallowing a capsule is an easy thing. I try to make my products so they're very affordable, so you could consider them in sort of the pennies a day kind of a quality. Even a product like this is so potent. Same with my Ultimate Friendly Flora. If it didn't fit directly into your budget, you'd benefit taking Ultimate Friendly Flora one day a week. It's better to take it every day, but even one day a week you're benefiting. If you took this product a couple of days a week, it'd be better to take it every day, but at a couple of days a week, absolutely benefiting. These are not drugs where you have to take them 3 times or 2 times or once a day for it to do what it needs to do to help you. These are opportunities to introduce nutrients or other components that we should be getting from our diet, but we're not. So the days we do, it's kind of like if you had a diet where every meal was bad. If you change your diet and one meal a day was a good diet, was a good meal, it's not as if that change meant nothing. In fact, that change means a lot, because those meals, those good meals, can outweigh in many ways what you've done in the other meals. So again, it's not all or nothing with supplements. We often look at them like drugs and medicines. Entirely different. They're not drugs and medicines. Their benefits, even when used less than at their recommended levels, their benefits are still abundant.
Absolutely. And you know what? You just watch. This will propel you into leading a better life. I mean, so often if I don't make it to the gym, or, you know, maybe aren't perfect on my diet, I know I'm at least doing this. And because these ingredients, these powerful pigmented ingredients, are delivered to you in such a wonderful fashion. I mean, really above and beyond what anyone else in the world does, you reap those benefits. And like Andrew was saying, well, we do hear and read a lot about resveratrol. This is that powerhouse ingredient, but you're also getting basically 4 products in one. So you're also reaping the benefits of the EGCG from the green tea. You're also reaping the benefits from the grapeseed. You're also reaping the benefits from that pomegranate. So why not? Today is that day that you take that first step to empowering yourself to the best life ever. And why not, since you're getting the biggest savings ever and really a formulation that we just don't see for about the same price that you did about a decade ago, give or take.
If it is available,
right.
it's much more expensive.
For sure.
So it's a great opportunity to save and to really give the benefit. I think sometimes folks, we get attached to the one that's most popular, like resveratrol.
Sure.
And, you know, I have to say, as amazing as resveratrol is, I read the science and I can argue a very good case for why any one of the other 3 can be viewed as just as important. So when we deliver a product like this, and again, as I said, you could take it every other day. You don't have to take it every day, although that's how I take it, but you're getting an opportunity to make a profound difference. I was just going to read some of the charts on resveratrol, and I just pulled some quotes from an abundance of scientific studies and clinical studies, because resveratrol, as, oh, I know, I was going to grab this one chart here first. Where is this?
You know, it's so interesting. We could, first of all, I have no idea where the time went. Did you realize that? I'm like,
Are
what?
we
I know.
almost...
It's like, but see what I mean? I looked at the
Time
clock
flies
and I'm
when...
like, where in the world did that time go? Because I know I get caught up in the information too, but we could spend a whole hour just talking about any one of the ingredients.
And these ingredients, when we talk about protective compounds, these ingredients, as I was sort of talking in a different way about Friendly Flora, that we've been on this planet for a long time, and our bodies have adapted to benefit from certain ingredients. In terms of Friendly Flora, it's a veritable partnership that our 3 trillion or 4 trillion cells have 100+ trillion of these organisms that they get to rely on and partner with to enhance our digestion, to enhance our immune system function. When it comes to molecules like EGCG from green tea, from resveratrol, these are things that have been looked at traditionally. Red wine, green tea, pomegranate have been ascribed traditional benefits for centuries or thousands of years. Scientists have now recognized there was some wisdom in that traditional medicine, in those traditional views. And as we look here, this is the formula. We don't add anything else. Resveratrol 100 milligrams, green tea extract at 98% polyphenol, so it's 98 milligrams of polyphenols. EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, is the most important of those, but you get 48 milligrams of additional polyphenols. Pomegranate extract, 40% punicalagins, 40% ellagic acid, and grapeseed extract. So each one of these are very expensive individual standardized extracts. So that's, again, we put no calories, no alcohol, no sugar, no colors, no sweeteners, because, and you'll see in a moment on the pomegranate, you'd be consuming a tremendous amount of calories of pomegranate, just the resveratrol. If you looked at the best sources in foods, red wine, white wine, red grapes, peanuts, when you look at it, you're talking about thousands of calories or enormous amounts of alcohol. I probably haven't consumed that much red wine in the last couple of years. So I'm not speaking for Shannon right now.
Exactly. Present company accepted.
So again, it's not practical. And when I first introduced resveratrol, we couldn't achieve this 100 milligram level, not even close. And even if you look at the green tea, typical green tea consumption, if you're having 1 or 2 cups a day, you now get the same amount of EGCG pretty much from green tea or orange pico tea. You get even a better complement from black. So green tea, of course, is the best. So as you see here, you're not getting minimal levels. Even pomegranate, to equal the levels of ellagic acid and punicalagins, you're consuming close to 1,000 calories.
Yeah.
So again, it's not like we're giving you a resveratrol product and then giving you a tiny bit of other ingredients. We're giving you an abundance of the 3 other extracts as well. Just so you have a sense, more than 5,200 papers have been published on resveratrol. More than 2,400 of those studies have involved humans or human tissues. So it's been very carefully explored and examined. More than 660 clinical trials, reviews, and systematic reviews have also been published.
Wow.
I don't think typical medications have 10% of those clinical trials.
Good point, true.
Green tea. So remember I said that as popular and well-researched as resveratrol is, 5,200 papers, 2,400 of those studies involved humans. If we look here, 6,000 papers, 2,850 of those studies have involved humans, and more than 1,000 clinical trials, and a lot of what they call epidemiology. And my favorite science, if you've watched me before, I always say this, that my favorite science is epidemiology. I love laboratory science, I love biochemistry, but in terms of how I understand what types of things I'm going to do in terms of my diet, my lifestyle, which is the main reason why I pretty much eliminated my red meat consumption, mostly now eat fish and chicken. I eat throughout the day an abundance of nuts and seeds and legumes. Why do I do that? Because the more research I read, and that's all I do, basically that's my principal job, is reading research and science, the more I realize that in a diet rich in nuts and seeds and legumes is a diet that around this planet, no matter where you go, is associated with a longer, healthier life. So that's why I've made those changes. So again, epidemiology, that's the study of really large populations and their behavior. And what we learned from epidemiology, when we look at these large populations and their behavior, we learn what is associated with living longer, what is associated with living healthier, what isn't. And it's epidemiologic studies that revealed the issues about the risks of, say, cigarette smoking, the risks of, say, eating cured meats or things like that. So epidemiology is critical science, and it's really insightful when it comes to green tea, because there's probably no beverage in the world that's associated with more health benefits than green tea and the EGCG it contains, which you now get in this resveratrol product.
Well, and I know we didn't have time for them, but take a moment to read the reviews. 4.4-star customer pick rating as well. So people love these products. I know we've got a lot to get to in this show, though.
And again, that's, if you look there, 500 of the reviews are 4 and 5 stars, and the total reviews aren't even 600 reviews.
Yeah.
So again, it just underscores how well reviewed these products are, how well thought of they are after folks have had a chance to use them, and you get another 100+ day money back guarantee.
Absolutely. And of course, don't forget about our other amazing today's special, our Friendly Flora, which again, most of us are doing that large 270 count size. It's 5 times the potency of the original Friendly Flora product. So your choice. Now remember, we try to do an expanded airing in this hour, and then we'll do an abbreviated one with our last hour in the afternoon.
It'll be very abbreviated, because there's 2 Today specials. We'll have probably 10 minutes on each at most.
Absolutely. Okay, well now you're going to help me get my steps in.
Yes, we're going to get some steps. I don't have how many do you have so far today?
I'm not very good today yet so far. Okay,
I haven't gone to the
4,
gym.
4,000.
I have 2,600.
Okay,
so.
well.
But my goal every day is to do at least 15,000.
Oh wow, you're good.
That's my
How are you
daily
doing,
goal.
Hot Stuff?
Hello, Shannon. How are you?
This is Muriel. You know how much we love her. And I have to say, Muriel is not only a partner in crime when it comes to the fabulous cookbooks and
The
all
food.
the food.
Well,
absolutely. And this is kind of like the perfect partnership, because this kind of oatmeal and oat bran just didn't exist before you made it happen, basically.
It still doesn't exist.
Oh, wow.
There's no other oatmeal in the world like ours. First of all, you'll be hard-pressed to find any oatmeal that is both going to be organic and gluten-free. Most people say, gluten-free. Oats don't contain gluten. In America, they do, because we're so overrun with wheat that if you tested oats, oat bran or oatmeal, you're going to find gluten. So ours, and originally before I started doing this, like so many different things, neither of these ingredients were available gluten-free. They now both are, at least to us. So we have organic gluten-free oatmeal, organic gluten-free oat bran, and what's amazing about this, as great as oatmeal and oat bran are for lowering cholesterol, mine is probably 10 times better, and I say probably not because it's absolutely better at lowering cholesterol, but it's somewhere probably between 5 and 10 times better, because we add a special ingredient that's found in nuts and seeds, and that ingredient lowers cholesterol even more effectively. So you could read the reviews on this product, and people are seeing 10, 15, 20, 25% reductions or more in total and LDL cholesterol. So it's an amazing, well, if you look at the reviews, out of 240 reviews, 224 are 4 and 5 star reviews, and you won't find a fresher oatmeal. We're not a big oatmeal company, so we pretty much make it to order. And so the more you could incorporate this into your diet, the healthier you're going to be. It's going to lower your total cholesterol, your LDL cholesterol, help you be more regular. And that's what Muriel in her cookbook does. It because as much as I say supplements are a key part of being healthy, diet is the very foundation.
Absolutely.
That's the foundation.
And Muriel, you know what I love? Because my mom was doing oatmeal for a long time for her cholesterol levels, but you get kind of in that oatmeal rut. So it's like, oatmeal, oatmeal, oatmeal. You made oatmeal fun.
Totally. I made oatmeal really interesting, and
did.
now you have all these little recipes that come in this mini booklet to help you include oatmeal every day in your diet. So, which is amazing because
Yeah.
oatmeal is super nutritious.
True.
And it really increases the feeling of fullness. So when you have your bowl of oatmeal in the morning, you know you're full for a long time. It's a great way to include your healthy fruits.
Yeah.
You know, with it on the top. And then I sprinkle Andrew cinnamon on it, the PC granule. Sometimes I add my collagen in the oatmeal.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
But also you have all these super cool recipes. Like I
do.
show you how to make cookies with this oatmeal, meatballs, like you can see here.
You had me at fried chicken. I'm gonna be honest.
Healthy fried chicken.
Healthy fried chicken. So you can do, like, instead of a meatloaf, you can do an oatmeal loaf. You can do faux fried chicken.
Yeah, because what happened, instead of using like breadcrumb, like
Yeah.
people use in meatloaf or meatballs or the fried chicken, I use the oat bran, so it acts as a binder agent.
Right.
And keeps everything properly
That's so
together. It's
smart.
really amazing.
Now, you were talking to, how do you make that overnight thing?